You want to know what the biggest scare is? Real, raw, not embellished, humanly imperfect intimacy. What else? What did you think? We're going to talk about Halloween. Hi, this is Liana, Holistic Intimacy Coach. Welcome back to my channel. Here, I help you get your orgasmic intimacy. Seeing how this is a season's greetings or Halloween's greetings, I want to give you some insights, Halloween based, but these are valid all year round. Before I get into this, I want to remind you of the two biggest resources that I have. I promise you they will not scare you. The first one is Get Your Orgasmic Intimacy ebook. This one is a strategic tool. This is a coaching book. You don't have to read it from cover to cover. You can go straight to the topic that bugs you, challenges you, or you're just curious about, and you read that. You get coaching insights, micro experiments, which is the equivalent of homework when I do individual coaching, and sometimes you get coaching client anecdotes. So some of the people that I work with have struggled with stuff that you're struggling with, and I got their okay to share their insights, their experiences, how it worked out for them, and so on. And the second resource that I have is the Sex Dojo for Women. However, gentlemen, don't get discouraged by the women part. There's a guy in the dojo. He managed to pull through. Not using accessories, but he managed to pull through and also get a lot of insights. That being said, let's get into today's topic, which is the biggest scare. No. Kidding. So we're going to talk about what makes intimacy work magical from a very grounded human perspective. The first thing that I have for you is intention, okay? Intention setting and working with intention is the biggest craft that I know in humankind. So we put ourselves intentions, wishes, desires, plans, objectives, goals, whatever your name, we set something and then we get to it. We start to put energy, time, effort, resources into making that intention happen. That is the biggest craft that mankind has. The biggest. Okay? It's not witchcraft, it is just craft. When it comes to intimacy, there's also a magical way to use this. It is informally or colloquially named sex magic, meaning you get to put an intention, but guess when? Because that's the key word here. When you're having sex, obviously. What, sounds too freaky for you? So you're having sex with somebody and you put an intention and you actually put it, well, if you're just self-pleasuring, so you want to work on it alone. You basically put your intention, you self-pleasure, you keep saying that intention all the way through orgasm and even afterwards. If you're having sex with somebody and you want to try something kinky, then you set yourself a goal, a wish, a desire, a something, a challenge, a crazy idea that you know you could also do. It's not like flying to the moon without equipment, so realistic stuff. And you get to enjoy yourselves intimately and you get to utter that with your partner. If your partner is into kinky stuff, okay? If your partner isn't into it, then I wouldn't suggest you doing it on your own while with somebody because it's gonna be weird and you're not gonna imprint the right energy. Because basically that's what you're doing. While you're being vulnerable there with yourself or with somebody, you're uttering something that is extremely important to you. The craft or the magic in it is that you imprint it in yourself in the most vulnerable place, okay? It's like putting a stamp on molten metal and you're gonna, when it gets cold, when the metal gets cold, so when you're over, it's gonna leave an imprint there. And everybody will see it, basically you will see it, anybody else, so that's how you materialize things. What I also want to say about this is that when you do this kind of intention setting, even if you don't believe in magic, okay, you just believe in the power of the mind and setting yourself an objective and being so determined that you're going to do it. And if it takes you a sex act or a masturbation act for you to imprint your motivation even stronger, then fine, you don't have a problem with that. The idea is that, as with anything that you do, you want to use this kind of stuff and you want to put your energy into constructive things. It doesn't just make for a life worth living and relationships worth having, but it also kind of puts you in the right place, okay? Mentally, emotionally, energetically, if you believe in that. So you're using all of your humane, soulful, all of your resources for doing positive, constructive things, okay? For you, for your partner, for everybody around you. Your energy is going to be best used when you're actually constructive about things. This kind of feels redundant, but I need to say it nonetheless. Because sometimes maybe we have our hearts broken. Maybe somebody that we were so into, maybe they walked away on us. Maybe they cheated on us. Maybe they did something nasty. And you want to do whatever it takes to get back at that person, because revenge and hate and all of that, it can be so powerful. It can have such a huge grasp on you that you might actually be tempted to use all kinds of stuff just to, get justice, get things straightened up. And that's not magic. That's something else. I would encourage you to use this kind of stuff no matter what. Even if you don't believe in sex magic, use it for the positive and the constructive, okay? Especially around your sexual energy. You really want to invest intimately in the best stuff out there. Constructive, positive, feed you in the best way possible. Think of it as really high quality and gourmet food and highly nourishing intimacy. Think of it like that. Best kind of magic ever. Now, since we are doing this around Halloween, how about we talk some kinky stuff, okay? Some practices, intimacy-wise, can also be kinky, meaning you could be playing with impact kink, maybe a little bit of bondage, and you don't have to learn all the really complicated knots and ties and body postures and all of that. You could do simple stuff, and you could also ask your partner to do really simple stuff for you. Kinky also means sensation play, and you could be playing with temperatures, you could be playing with textures, you could be playing with accessories, but the ones that the ones that are easy for you to document, the scene from 9 weeks and a half, the fridge scene, blindfold, so you take out the sense of sight and you use smells, sounds, textures, touches, tastes. Okay, you could do that. And you don't have to feed somebody like red hot chili peppers on a row. You could just play with really soft stuff and really normal stuff. Suffice it that they're blindfolded, or you are, and it's going to make everything more intense just because of that. You can check out the 12 Days of Christmas also, because if it's Halloween, then Christmas isn't that far away. And you get a lot of insights there about crazy stuff, kinky stuff, spicy stuff that you can try. What about sex or treats? Do you have something that you could trade sex for? I dare you. Put in comments, some ideas. What kind of treats could beat sex for you? I'd love to know. Now, that being said, I want to come back around to the first idea that I shared with you, which was that intimacy was the biggest scare. It is for many people, so I need you just to be aware. Many people are afraid to commit because the intimacy part, not the sex part, the intimacy part, especially the emotional stuff, are still scary for people. And sometimes they can be scary for just, short periods of times. At other times, or in other cases, for people, it can take years until they commit to somebody because intimacy does scare them. They will not say that. They will not even realize that. But Intimacy does scare also. It can happen for many of us. If you're in a committed relationship, intimacy must have not scared you. If you stuck through that relationship and you're still going strong and growing and expanding and exploring and bringing new depths and new experiences and just new perspectives in a way, and you're new and the other person is getting newer and newer by the day, then intimacy, not only is it not a scare for you, it could be a muse, not just for you, but for other people around you. So I need to congratulate anybody that is in a long-term relationship, and for anybody that isn't, no worries. Intimacy will find you one day. Until then, you can obviously grow on your own, be intimate with yourself, psycho-emotionally intimate, first of all, and you can also learn on this channel a lot of stuff. So again, sex or treats? I would love to know. And that being said, I will see you tomorrow with another video. Bye.